Hello there, everyone. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. I think we saw this cutscene last time.
Who goes there?
Right. So in the last episode,
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
In the last episode, we escaped from the asylum, and now we are back in the Hawkins mansion. Yes, the mansion of the Hawkins, Sarah Hawkins, the lady who made the creepy paintings and has something to do with the cult. And obviously, as you saw, her father Charles was part of this cult. How do I open doors again?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colton have to say about all this.
It's been a little bit since the last time I recorded, so anyways, no wasting time. Down the stairs we'll go, straight to Bradley and,
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
Miss Colton.
How do you feel?
I've been better.
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Officer Bradley, what in the hell?
How's our fugitive?
How are you
Dr.
alive?
Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
Bradley should be dead.
There are things I can't explain.
Yes.
Tell us. What happened?
Spooks. Sarah Hawkins was the object of a cult. Talk to Bradley. I might be onto a lead. Let's talk to Bradley real quick. You did see Charles was alive. Ooh? Ooh, I found this.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
Yeah.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
I don't know.
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
I passed the
It's a tiny
psychology.
island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
Ooh.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Enough with the flirty, Bertie schmirtiness. You should be dead. Oh, my medicine professional isn't high enough to say you should be dead. Why do I have to have a high medicine professional, medicine level, in order to point out that he should be dead? We saw with our own eyes. You don't have to be a doctor to figure that shit out. Okay. Sarah Hawkins was committed.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
That's a damn good question.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
No. I mean, I saw dead bodies, but I can't give the occultism thing, so...
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
The basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What got him killed?
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
You wouldn't believe
Tell
me.
me how Mr. Sanders died.
Okay. He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Spooky.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
She didn't, though.
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
The thing that she brought into the world
Francis
did, though.
Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
Maybe.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
Yeah.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Better to confront the truth, though.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better
Ooh.
madness than ignorance.
That was a
Very
story-changing
well.
choice.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
Haha.
I'll do my best.
Haha. Is that foreshadowing? Are we gonna end up in the hospital again? I bet you we will. Alright, well, I could talk to them, but it seems like I have the option to leave now instead. Is there anything here of interest? Well, I'm in here still. That's right, there was a door upstairs, and I wonder if it leads somewhere else. Oh, no, wait, this just leads back out into the hallway of the main mansion. Oh, okay. It just takes us to the next area. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decide to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Knockety knock knock, anyone who...
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
Yeah.
That is
We know.
precisely what brings me here.
Well,
Oh, hey.
well, look who's here.
It's that mean old lady from the bar. Remember
You
when she
know
tried to
each other.
stab us?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters.
That's
The
what you
main
call
thing
it?
is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
That was a
You're
coy-ass
investigating
roast.
Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Yes.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Don't go
Very
too
well, Miss
far.
Baker.
I may have questions for you.
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable.
I will,
It
thank
would
you.
seem that you have much to tell me.
Oh, you are in for a story, lady? I've got a tale to tell. It all started on a dark,
May I
gloomy
inquire
night.
as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
I wouldn't call it an
Yesterday.
opportunity.
I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died.
It's not what you
How
think,
was he?
lady.
Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Yeah, he died screaming right before my eyes. You must not feel guilty.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
Can we tell her about the Shambler? I share your grief, but I had nothing to do with it. To test eloquence? The true cat culprit is Fuller. It was,
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Mm-hmm.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you.
But Fuller is also
I'm tired, Mr. Pierce.
crazy mad scientist.
I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did he speak to you of a Shambler?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
She probably
It
painted...
is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
She probably
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Why are you so against stepping foot in that gallery? Perhaps is it just the bad memories, or is there perhaps something to worry about? Yes. Mind if I, Excuse me.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
So that's the Shambler in that painting, huh? Creepy. So, oh. Reconstruction. So I bet you Sarah painted what she actually saw, though. Those paintings, that stuff didn't just come from her mind. No, sir. She actually saw that creepy-ass shit. That's why she did that.
A house of artists.
Yes. Ah, here we go. Oh, psychology?
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Or more, perhaps? Perhaps he was cheating on his wife, yes? Or maybe they just had the common thing together of,
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Oh, he bought the Shambler painting from her, but what if the monster is attached to the painting and that's why she didn't want to sell it to him? Where is it? Ah, here we go.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Nope, can't get through that. Of his imminent doom, you say?
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Something's not right with this painting, methinks. Ah! Ah! What the hell?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
He ripped out his own eyes, did he? I guess I'm gonna go take a look at this painting. I saw that, by the way, in the cutscene. There was something there. Monster went by.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Oh, right here, you mean, right?
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Okay.
I can't take any more.
There's more.
I
Okay.
can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
How is it not blatantly obvious to everyone that something supernatural is going on here? Like, seriously. Oh, that's not a way to go. Where's Cat? I want to talk to Cat. Only one other door. Oh, no, wait. There's that way, too. Every door in this house is locked. Damn. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't just be bursting around in people's doors for no reason. Ah, there you are. What's this? Ooh. Did that increase something? Ah, my medicine increased. Good, 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 good. I needed that because apparently it should have been higher than it is by now. Anyways.
I could use one of those.
What? Oh, sleeping pills? Don't you have nightmares, though? You'd think you wouldn't want to sleep.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope for ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. She tried to warn him. She tried to tell him not to take the painting, and he
An
wouldn't
old
listen.
diary.
A lot of stuff. Oop, can I open it? Is my straight? Yay! A new key to the Sanders Gallery. Oh, well, I guess I kind of needed that in order to get in here, didn't I? Another book. Would you read the book? Read the book. Yeah, read the book. Malus Bestiarum Volume 2. It's kind of an encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe they exist. Oh! And it said this choice will affect your destiny. So maybe my chance of actually seeing something... Well, I increased progression in occultism, so that's a good thing, maybe? Wait, let me check something. Ah, the Malus Bestiarium affected my sanity, and right now my sanity is currently shaken. The ordeals you have gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as best as you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the paths of insanity. I see, so I actually lowered my sanity by reading that book. Interesting. Alright, let's talk to Kat for a bit.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come
is that
looking
a
for in this gallery?
Threat, Missy? I'm not here to create problems for you. Gotta verify the paintings for a buyer. Nah, that's not my eloquent.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Okay. Thank you for giving me permission to do my job, even though you have no you have no say in the matter.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
Yeah.
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings.
Oh, well,
She doesn't
then-
intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Meh. Well, Yeah, okay, I guess you're right. To an extent. Yes, you're right. Okay. Off we go. To examine the painting. Oof. Hey there. Good God, these are creepy paintings. So these are all the things that Sarah... Oof, that's a multi-eyed thing, creature thing. All the paintings that Sarah painted. Ooh, what's this? Okay. I guarantee you all... Oh. Why is there a hiding spot here? That makes me think something bad's coming. I don't know how I feel about this now.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Uh-huh. Oof. Hey, wait, I see something over here.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Far from possession. Huh. A drawing of a dagger. Interesting. Alright. There. Oh, it's a cutscene. Very good. Or bad. I guess that depends. I knew something bad was gonna happen. Dude, the painting. Oh no! That face he made, though. Yep! This is almost exactly what I was expecting. So that's the Shambler, is it? Woo. Oh, it's got like weird twitchy spider legs on its back. Well, that's a monster. Yes, sir. That is a monster. Oh, good.
What the hell was that?
That was the Shambler, my friend. Oh, shit. Ooh, there it is. As long as it don't find me in this closetto, everything will be okie dokie. Okay, he gone now. But not for long, so what am I supposed to do? Oh, shit! Shit. Damn, it sees you so easily. Here's the other thing, too. It's like, when it goes away, and it's, like, not seeing me, it turns, like, slightly invisible. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Alright, goodbye. Oh! No! That's not fair! You can't turn around and come back in the room literally the moment I get out of the fucking thing. Go away. What's this? Oh, lantern oil, that's right! I forgot about the lantern. But I probably shouldn't be using that. It'll probably attract attention to me. But why would they have the lantern oil there if I shouldn't be using the lantern? I just realized something, by the way. There's daggers inside all of these glass cases. Ah, that's what the lantern is for, so I can see inside. Oh, Mother of God! Okay, so here's the picture of the dagger that we found. I think we need to find this dagger, and we need it somehow. But what, for what, and how, I don't know. All I know, or at least I'm assuming, is that we need this dagger. So... Oh, gee, motherfucker! Oh shit! It knows I'm in here. Oh! Oh! God damn, that part's hard. Okay, I think I... Aha!
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Now what do I do with the dagger? Do I fight him? Back, you monster! Shit. Oh no! Oh, he saw me! He saw me get in there. Ah! Well, that's 2 deaths now. Okay, so once again, I have the dagger, and I'm hiding. I just don't know what to do with the dagger, now that I have it. That's the only thing. He went right to where I made the noise, too. You know... there are so many different glass cases around here with so many different daggers in them that, like, it's almost as if you didn't pick up that note behind the painting, you wouldn't know which dagger to grab, and you'd be around here smashing glass and hiding over and over again, hoping you can finally get the right one. Okay, I can't stay in here any longer. Oh shit! What do I do with the dagger? What do I do? What do I do? Do I stab the painting, maybe? Let's try that. Oh my god! That's what it was! Okay. That makes sense, actually. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh! Hey, no, you ain't taking me with you. Fuck off, buddy. Stab him! There you go. Good riddance, Street. Oh, it touched me. Oh, no, I'm gonna have to cut my own hand off.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I guess not. Thanks for bringing me back, Cat. You didn't
sure
see
you
any
won't
of
be
that?
needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
Got a couple trophies for that.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yeah, very much more interesting. I was attacked by a creature.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Really? You knew about the monster?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
And you give me this information free of charge? I really should talk to this
The
Drake.
creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this Shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
His whole attitude when he said those lines changed. It's almost like the actor recorded them at 2 different times. Like, even the audio quality of them was a little different. Alright, then. I'll be on my way. Whew. We're shaken, but not stirred. Oh, the Nameless Bookstore. A bookstore with no name. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Ooh, something happened here. Alright. Squeaky door. Hello? Anybody home? I have come to procure items of interest, yes? What have we here?
What Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Does it include my... Yeah, oh, it increases my medicine progression. Very good, yes, quite. Mm-hmm.
An old diary.
Another old diary. You would think there'd be a lot of books in here that could increase my progression on different things. Darkwater history. Occultism? No? Okay.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers placed truth on the same footing as a religion.
Occultism progression. I figured the bookstore would have a lot of books that would help me out. Would you read the book? What book is this now? Oh, come on. Should I? Should I? Yeah, let's do it.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Hey, that's the Shambler. I already saw what that looks like. Wait, where's my sanity now? Because I bet you... I mean, it gives me occultism progression, which is good, but... Where's my sanity? Shaken. Still just shaken. Okay. Not quite yet at the verge of anything else. Although the meter's down quite a bit. Okay. It said psychotic earlier, but I'm back to shaken because I guess I didn't stay in the wardrobes as long after I died.
What happened here?
Oh, something happened here. Time to reconstruct. I got the...
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Yeah, well, that's how they did it. You wanted your answer, you got it.
To whom does this footprint belong?
Good question.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Yeah, not a very smart burglar, are they? No. I can't bring up my lamp in the reconstructs. So, whatever I'm looking for, it's disinvey. Ah, yes. Oh,
what killed all these animals?
Yeah, damn. Wait, what animal? Oh, rats. Rats and a bunch of bugs.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Something spooky? Oh. Okay.
What the... Charles Hawkins?
Uh-huh.
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
So she painted that on the safe to reject Charles. Oh!
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
I guess I'm being rejected too. Okay. Something very weird's going on here.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Everything. So what's in the safe? We're gonna have to figure out what's in the safe, but we don't know the combination, so we need to find a combination. Alright. Oh, medicine progression. Ooh.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
If somebody finds these memoirs, there'll be no doubt that I'm in serious trouble. My last I'm only hoping about it, but I'm still... Access to my most prized possession, it lies within the safe. The clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the light of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit the reason usually prevails in the end. Okay.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
They probably have to after the creepy stuff
What
they've
link
seen.
did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Oh man, so much
Arkham
to look
editions.
into.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Alright, well, I have a feeling that finding this code is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of this episode, and what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to attempt to find the code to the safe between this episode and the next one, and then in the next one we'll be able to open the safe and get on with the story. But anyways, that'll be the end of this episode. Let me know what you think so far of the story and our first monster encounter in the comments below, and if you genuinely truly enjoyed this, be sure to give it a like because it lets me know that I'm doing something right, and shows other people that it's worth watching. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.